Hello guys, welcome back to Watch Addiction Watch Reviews. Today we're taking a look at DRACO London. This is a new micro brand from London obviously, and this is their first chronograph. As you can see here, it's a very unique watch and it's pretty cool looking. Definitely very interesting design, a lot of interesting aspects, and I would say a very distinct look to this watch. Some nice band options as well, and it's not too expensive. First, let's take a look what's on my wrist. We'll get into the packaging, and we'll dig right into it, guys. On my wrist today is actually this Chinese imitation kind of remake, a homage of the original Chinese military watch, which is actually pretty cool. It's a manually wound watch. As you can see, I have it paired on this Horween leather handmade band from a new brand called, as you can see here, called MANUFAKTURWERK, which is pretty cool. It's a 20mm band. It's genuine Horween leather, and it's handmade in Germany. These are actually pretty expensive. They're about $120 US on their website. Comes with your polished pin and buckle. Very flexible, very high quality, handmade, hand stitched, very comfortable and flexible, straight out of the box, and just a very nice strap. I also do have a couple other straps I'll show you in some future videos. But yeah, it comes in a nice packaging as well. As you can see here, it comes in this nice box, as you can see, MANUFAKTURWERK, and then inside the box it comes in a nice little pouch, which is pretty cool. It ships directly from Germany. They're handmade, and I think it's pretty good value. I will drop a link to their website down in the description below. Now the DRACO box is actually pretty luxurious and pretty nice. You get a nice velvet cover. It's a nice kind of piano lacquered box inside on a pad. You do get the watch. Yeah, I think pretty decent packaging. Also, I wanted to let you know, they did send me one of their wallets. Those are about 50 British pounds, which is about 60 US dollars. A nice little card holder. You can see I put my cards in there. I've been using it for like 3 weeks, and it's very good quality. The leather is very good, and I think it's a pretty good deal. So you can check that out also on their website. I'll drop links down in the description below to DRACO. So you can check them out after this video. Now the DRACO chronograph is actually housed in a solid 316L steel case, but it has a nice PVD gunmetal coating, as you can see here, which is done pretty good. I think they did a pretty good job on the actual coating. Obviously you're getting a little kind of Speedmaster vibes here, but it's not really a homage watch or anything like that. So it's 41mm across in terms of diameter, which is a very nice and wearable size. In terms of thickness, we're looking at 11.5mm, which is very thin. We do have a chronograph movement inside of this watch. We're looking at 20mm in between the lugs. We're looking at 49mm top to bottom, or lug to lug width. So yeah, very wearable size for most wrist sizes. My wrist is 6.5 inches, 6.6 inches, and it fits very nicely on my wrist. They actually put 100 meters of water resistance on this timepiece, which is very useful. So if you want to throw it on a rubber or NATO band and go swimming with it, there should be no issue, even though we do have a pull and push crown. So very useful on a chronograph 100 meters. I really do appreciate that. It's always good to be safe, you know, even if it's raining out or you're by accident you happen to jump in the shower with your watch on, which I know I've done a couple times. But if you have that 100 meters, you should be okay. Of course, you will be okay. But anyway, the watch itself is 250 pounds. If you want to translate or convert that to US dollars or Australian dollars or whatever country you're located in, you can do that via Google. Anyway, the strap it's actually on is this nice DRACO leather band, which is actually an extra option. I will show you the stock band in a minute. It's kind of a sailcloth with a genuine leather on the back, but this is the actual genuine leather band. It's kind of the same quality as the wallet, which is pretty cool. I did notice that. This one is about 45 pounds if you want to add the strap to your order. Anyway, so we have that nice gunmetal case here, as you can see. It's obviously a chronograph. Well, what's inside of this watch? Well, there's 3 subdials. We have a 24-hour subdial over at the 3 o'clock position. We have your 60-minute chronograph, and then your running seconds above the 6. Your chronograph hand, which does actually sweep, and inside of this watch is the Seiko VK64 Mecha Quartz movement. Most of you guys are pretty familiar with this. It has a couple jewels, so you get the nice actuation feeling of the chronograph. You get a nice smooth sweep of the chronograph hand, and a little more on this stuff. If you look in a little closer, it's translucent. You can actually see the date wheel spinning when you change the date. I thought that was pretty interesting. Their logo is right below the 12. It's kind of that horn orange guy you can see right there, which is very interesting. date cutout over here. It kind of stays out of the way, but very, very legible. Obviously, we have a tachymeter and a telemeter. So if you want to do some racing calculations, you should have no issue, even though most of us probably just want it for the looks. Taking a look at the side of the watch, the crown is signed with their logo, or the triangle. Then we have nice pushers here. There's screws actually for the strap, but you won't need to be using that because we have quick release on here. But yeah, just a very interesting watch. There is actually BGW9 on these hands. I think the orange second hand matches very nicely with the logo as well. I think black and orange kind of is a nice theme for the DRACO London brand. The strap itself is on a nice gunmetal butterfly clasp, as you can see here. And it fits very nicely. Snaps down very securely, and then you get a custom gunmetal DRACO clasp here. So 2 buttons, it opens up. You can adjust it up and down, very easy to do. The case back itself is screwed down, and with their whole story, a whole little kind of quote, which is pretty cool. I'm not going to read it all out, but there it is right there. Just some basic specifications, as you can see, but very nice, very nicely inscribed, very nicely done. You can see London, where the brand is from. The back of the band also does state DRACO, kind of that smooth suede color. Quick release pins on this 20mm genuine leather band. The band is actually really comfortable. If you're going to get this watch, I definitely recommend getting this leather band with it. It's just really, really comfortable. It's very soft and pliable. I think it's a very good band. It actually functions, this chronograph here. So we have a chronograph. It's just like a normal chronograph. You're going to start the chronograph with the top button. You get a nice smooth sweep, as you can see here. So you kind of get that chronograph feeling. It's run on a battery, but it has a couple of joules for the actuation of the pusher. And then you can stop it and reset it. And it's as simple as that. To actually set the watch, let's see the crown here. Pull out one position, quick set date, and you can see that date kind of, see it going through the translucent black dial? Yes, you do. And then final position, you can set the time, and of course the seconds hand will hack. So on this Mecha Quartz chronograph, you can actually set it precisely. I know a lot of Mecha Quartz chronographs don't have the running seconds. This one actually does, which is very nice. But anyway, let me show you the other band. This actually does have some BGW9 lume on the subdials and on the actual hands, not on the markers. But yeah, the finishing is pretty decent. It's not, it's brushed, and there's some polishing on the tops of these twisted lugs, as you can see here, which looks pretty good. I don't see any errors or sharp edges or anything like that, so that's always a good sign. Let me show you the extra band, or the stock band, I should say. Now the stock band the watch actually comes on, it's kind of that sailcloth material. It does have quick release as well. You get the same material on the back, kind of that smooth, suede-ish feeling. You do get the same deploying clasp. As you can see, signed DRACO very nicely. I think it looks very cool. It takes a little while to break in this one. It's wearable, it looks very nice on the watch, but it just takes a little longer to break in. That's from my experiences. So if you're going to get the watch, I definitely recommend getting that leather band. On my 6.5-inch wrist, the watch wears very, very nicely. Obviously it has that very kind of dark look. I don't know, it kind of would look good with a black suit, I think. Obviously you can dress up and dress down this watch, but lug to lug, you can see that air coating on that genuine sapphire crystal. If I didn't mention, this of course does have a genuine sapphire crystal. It wears pretty snug to the wrist. It doesn't overly hang my wrist too much, maybe by a millimeter. But yeah, it's a pretty nice looking watch. It's very legible, as you can see. You can read the time from all angles, and this leather band is extremely, extremely comfortable. As you can see here, you do get BGW9, which is pretty good actually. It's applied on the hands and the subdial hands. The markers are applied and faceted and polished, so you're not going to be able to put any lume on those. But there is lume on the subdials and the hands, so you will be able to read the time at night, and it is pretty potent. It's a nice BGW9 Swiss Blue Superluminova. So yeah, I think they did a pretty good job on the lume. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the DRACO Mecha Quartz Chronograph, a new release from DRACO London. They also have a lot of cool stuff on the website. It's more kind of a brand, I'd say. I'm not 100% sure what they're really going for. They have some nice bracelets, wallets. I think it's pretty cool. They're offering watches as well. Of course, that's their main product. But I think it's a very nicely made watch. The quality is definitely there. About $300 US this watch, or $280 or so, with the current conversions today. But yeah, it's very nicely made. You have the nice gunmetal finish. Everything is pretty much on par. You get a genuine sapphire crystal, the Seiko VK64 Mega Quartz movement, which will last you a lifetime. Of course, it's run on a battery. And yeah, a very interesting dial design, which is translucent, something different. Nice tachymeter, kind of gives you that Speedmaster racing feeling in my eyes. But yeah, it's a little bit of everything in this watch. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below as usual. And I will get back to you down there. Definitely throw the video a like if you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.